Hi there, this is Larry Hotz. I thought I'd take this opportunity to tell you a few things that a lot of people moving to Denver want to know. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, do I need a four-wheel drive vehicle in Denver? The answer is probably not, but maybe. There are some areas up in the mountains in Evergreen and Conifer where you probably want to have at least one four-wheel drive vehicle, especially if your home is on a dirt road. But here in the metropolitan area, our snow is really not that bad. We get 2 or 3 major snowstorms a year. The rest of them melt off usually the next day, 2 days at the most. So our roads are very passable, and most folks who live in town don't need to have a four-wheel drive vehicle. So other people want to know, what neighborhoods have the most luxury homes? The answer is generally Cherry Hills Village, Greenwood Village, and Castle Pines. Those are 3 of the highest end neighborhoods. Cherry Hills Village actually ranks in the top 10 of all cities in America in terms of net income per family. Cherry Hills Village is very close to downtown, the Denver Tech Center, and the Cherry Creek Shopping Center. But there's other very good places as well where folks who want a custom luxury home will live. We have neighborhoods really spotted all through the metropolitan area. Over in Littleton, there's the Polo Reserve, which is a fabulous area. And up in Evergreen, there are some great luxury communities, including Haiwan and the Timbers. So there's lots of different kinds of opportunities throughout the metropolitan area for luxury housing. Are there Denver suburbs that are close to the mountains for skiing? Well, yes, there are. Lakewood and Golden, the ski commute can be as little as 35 to 45 minutes to some of the mountain areas. But for most of the downtown areas and the south suburbs, most ski areas are going to be 45 minutes to an hour and 15. What are the property taxes in Denver? There is a common question I get quite often. There's no really standard property tax in Denver, and it's not figured as a percentage of the purchase price, but if you want a rough rule of thumb, it runs about 1% of the purchase price. So if you have a $500,000 home, taxes are going to run around $5,000. Now, if the house is actually located in the city limits of Denver, it'll often be a little bit less because the infrastructure is already established in Denver, so taxes are a little bit lower. That home in Denver might run anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 per year. Another question I'm asked is there good mass transportation in Denver? Well, we do have a good bus system, and it works extremely well within the city limits, as well as into most of the outlying areas. But what's really nice about Denver right now is that we have a burgeoning light rail system. There are lines already in production going from downtown Denver to Littleton, and from downtown Denver out to Lone Tree. Those are both the southern routes. And there's also a western route that goes out to Golden. Soon there'll be RTD light rail all the way out to the airport. So it's going to be a great system in Denver. It's already pretty good, and I use it quite a bit. I like to hop on the light rail system when my wife and I are going down to a ball game or to the theater or out to dinner downtown. It sure beats having to pay the exorbitant price for parking downtown, and it sure is a nice easy ride from my home in Lone Tree. And finally, the number one question I'm asked is, where are the best schools in Denver? Well, the best public schools in Denver are generally located in the suburbs, although there's some great schools in the city, but they're little pocket neighborhoods where you have to make sure you're in the exact right schools for your child's age. But in the suburbs, there's an awful lot of very good public school systems. Of course, everyone's heard of the Cherry Creek school system, and that services the south suburbs, and it is renowned throughout the country. In addition, Douglas County schools, believe it or not, generally have just as high test scores as the Cherry Creek schools, and they are also excellent. Littleton has excellent schools, and there's excellent schools throughout many of the suburban areas. So what's important is that you have a realtor who knows their way around the suburbs so that they can help show you the better school systems. And if you're interested in private schools, we have some great private schools too. Great private school options are available generally again in the south suburbs, but also in the city and up in the northwest suburbs. Thanks for listening to this. If you have any questions about your move to Denver, I'd love to be able to talk to you. I answer questions all day long about relocating into the Denver metro area, and I'd love to hear from you. So just give me a call on my contact number. It's right over on the side of the page, and look forward to hearing from you.